Hey, all you wild wildebeests. I'm Dale Rodman Jr. the third, and this is Slow to Pro, a video series where I go from slow to spinning in the rain. Ooh, I got pipes. Anyway, today we're on LFM at Circuit de la Comunidad Valenciana Ricardo Tormo, or Valencia for the rest of us. I thought this track was in Italy because of the whole Valentino Rossi cult shrine thing, but it's actually in Spain, which leaves me with more questions than I came in with. We are car number 14 at field of 30. It's time for the green flag. Now, this is my very first race at Valencia. I've done a few laps. My best time is like a 133 or something like that. Maybe high 132. So I'm very bad at this circuit. So my intention was basically just to hang back, chill, see how the race unfolds. The weather forecast is showing that rain's gonna come in 30 minutes, and I'm thinking that's no big deal. It's a 25-minute race. Right? If you don't like this video and share it with a friend, you're gonna have bad luck in your next 25 races. So at this point, we are definitely not in P30, but the HUD is about as trustworthy as my ex-wife Sheila. So as for what position we're in, well, I'm as lost as a fart in a tornado. But I'm assuming we are somewhere in the back of the mid-pack, somewhere in the low mid-20s, I'm guessing. Again, no idea. It says 28, but I think there's more than two behind us. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. But now I'm saying 27, so maybe it is right. I have no idea. That's my point. But at this point, we're like halfway through the first lap, and I'm already starting to lose the guys in front of us, and they're still, battling it out. That's how slow I am at Valencia at the moment, but that's okay. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some effort. It's gonna take some practice, which I don't fucking do. Oh, and if you're wondering where all the NASCAR action went, I started a second channel called Green Flags Only, where I just do live comms and basically cut out the caution laps. That's why it's called Green Flags Only. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And if you don't like it, don't subscribe to it. I don't want your pity. But here we are coming up to the final turn of Valencia. A very tricky one. We've got a Lamborghini on our outside and a Porsche right behind us. And I have no idea what I'm doing. So I take the turn so slow that this guy gets me around the outside, which drops us down into P28. But honestly, I'm okay with last place. Over the past several weeks, I've been racing a little bit more on LFM and bumping my ELO up and up and up to try to get into more competitive races where we have longer multi-lap battles. But the side effect of that is that when we get to a circuit that I am not familiar with, I am not even a little bit competitive. But there's no other way to become familiar with it other than to race. Some people would say practice, but let's go ahead and skip ahead just a little bit later into the race. The Lamborghini's following the Porsche. The Porsche brakes, Lamborghini doesn't, has to go a little bit wide here, and we're able to sneak up right alongside, and let's see if we can't make a pass. We've got the inside to the next turn, another very, very challenging one, but also much easier with the new curb physics. So we leave him room on the outside because you gotta leave him room. But unfortunately, leaving him room is now giving him the inside to the very, very tricky final turn of Valencia to finish lap number 2. Still down in P number 29, but again, that's all right. I'm having fun. We're right on the tail. We're having a race. And I know that this guy's faster than me. I'm not about to commit lambicide. I'm gonna let my brother know, hey, buddy, don't worry, you've got the inside of the next turn. I even check up on the throttle there, so that way, it's no threat, buddy. We're Lambo friends. Let's catch this pack. I'm trying to learn. Let's go ahead and skip ahead now. We are following the Lamborghini, still right on the tail. See a splash of dirt, so we know troubles are brewing. Let's do it. And I think it's time to eat. We're gonna gobble up 4 positions thanks to those knuckleheads all bashing their heads together, trying to figure out how to take that turn properly. Puts us up into P25, but let's go ahead and skip ahead. We're crossing the line now to start lap number 6. We're gonna get a much better run than the Lamborghini in front of us through turn 1 here, thanks to my usage of the full track limits going all the way out onto that green pavement there, and then coming into turn 2, a booty blast. Not my finest work, but it is P24 for the moment. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. Here we are at the start of lap number 7 into turn 2, another booty blast. I'm addicted. I'm just addicted to the booty. Not my finest work again. P23. Let's go ahead and skip to the next bit of action. On lap number 10, got a pesky Porsche in my mirror. I'm paying way too much attention to that pesky Porsche. I missed my braking point, and now that pesky Porsche is running up my inside, and we're losing a position. We're down from P23 down to P24. Again, still thrilled because I'm not in last. Let's go ahead and skip ahead now. The rain that was supposed to begin in 30 minutes has just started, and all hell is about to break loose. We are still in P23. Well, we're up to P23 because the car went off circuit, and another little booty blast. Still not proud. P22. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next bit of action. Just a little bit into the future here, still on lap number 12. Headed into the final turn, we're about to learn that the track is starting to get a little bit slick. We see the Ferrari start to slide, and then I start to slide, but I'm able to catch it a little bit better than that other guy. That's going to put us up into P21. But we've got a Porsche directly behind us with a much better run because we came to a damn near stop, and I'm scared as hell at this point. I don't know where to brake. I don't want the car to lose it, so I decide let's be ginger, and I see this Porsche zipping up the inside, and I'm thinking, okay, whatever, fine. P22, keep it moving. Skipping ahead to the next bit of action. Just going sightseeing out there, seeing what's on that part of the circuit there, and then I decide, no, let's get back in the race, come back on here. We got a Lamborghini just on the inside of us, so that's friend right there, that's gang. I see this Porsche coming on, I think he's gonna give me the line, no big deal. Boom! Oh my God, oh my goodness. Let's get off the circuit here, let's back it on up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't look at me like that. Let's get back to racing. That little shindig there cost us a couple positions. We are now down into P25. The rain is still falling, and it's going to start falling heavier very shortly. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next bit of action. At the start of lap number 14, we got two apes coming out of the pits, probably on fresh set of rain tires, which is probably a big brain move, but I didn't make that move. So I'm struggling for grip here. This Ferrari decides he wants to take a peek up the inside, so we're going side by side. I'm mainly focused on not wrecking this Ferrari, and I realize, oh, I got a brake there. Uh-oh, booty blast. Still not proud. Gained a position technically on the Lamborghini there. Lost one to the Ferrari. Still in P23. When will this torture end? Approximately 3 minutes. Skipping ahead to the next bit of action. Coming up to turn 1 at the start of lap number 15. I cannot get this car to stop. I go way off circuit, but I'm smart enough to look back behind me and see, oh, I got a Lamborghini coming. Let me yield this position here before I go ahead and screw up someone else's race. So we're going to drop down to P24 here, just out of, respect. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to when I probably booty blast this guy. Just kidding, he got away from me faster than my ex did. Got a guy doing donuts here. That's gonna put us up into P22, but he's distracted me. He looked like he was having a lot of fun, so I go way off circuit, and I'm gonna lose 3 positions here. So game 1, lost 3. That's a net positive or negative of 2, which puts us down into P25. And if we skip ahead now to the end of the race, that is exactly where we finished. A horrible race, a horrible performance. But I had a little bit of fun, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Next week, Zealous Racing League is back. Jump in their Discord, link in the description if you want to get involved. And I'll also have some action from Silverstone on LFM. As always, thank you for watching Slow to Pro. I'm Dale Rodman Jr. III. You guys have the kind of day you want to have.